Hi and welcome back to Love on the Brain, the podcast that helps you transform tough emotions into questions that serve you better. I'm your host, Kay Van Dunk, and I help independent women who are single, divorced, or widowed find their soulmates while staying true to their high standards. If you weren't under a rock today, you heard that Zendaya just got engaged to Tom Holland. And I know a few weeks ago when Selena Gomez and Blanco got engaged, and if I'm being honest, myself thought, wow, he is way out of her league. And similar comments have started bubbling up about Tom Holland and Zendaya. And of course, both of these women are so famous and successful that they don't even need last names, right? If you're of a certain generation, they're just Selena and Zendaya. But their fiancés, less so. And I'm not selling any of these guys short. I know that they're both successful in their own right. Selena's fiance Benny is a very well-known rapper, producer, and songwriter. He has worked on some of the biggest multi-platinum pop hits of the last 15 years. We're talking Katy Perry's I Kissed a Girl, Kesha's TikTok, Maroon 5's Moves Like Jagger, and Zendaya's fiance is Spider-Man. Enough said. So they're no slouches. But even despite their success, everyone on the internet and even people in my circle were very quick to point out how, physically at least, these guys don't quite match up to the glamour of their fiancés, right? It is Hollywood. It's a very looks-driven world that they live in. And quite frankly, it's kind of interesting / maybe a little refreshing, not gonna lie, to hear the men critiqued as the women would be in these scenarios. But when you take a step back, it kind of can get to a place where it's maybe not so nice. When I was watching the Golden Globes on Sunday, Nikki Glaser, who was the host, joked that Benny Blanco only became Selena's fiance because of a, quote, wish granted to him by a genie. And of course, the jokes about Tom Holland being shorter than Zendaya have been around since they very first started dating. And like I said before, Hollywood is super looks obsessed place for men, less so, but the more attractive male celebrities are usually the more famous ones. And it has always been like that. By Hollywood standards, these guys don't seem to match up to their fiancés. Like I said, Benny isn't necessarily conventionally attractive, at least by Hollywood standards, and Tom isn't anywhere near Zendaya's height, especially if she chooses to wear heels, which she does often. But sometimes the women in their lives are those ones who are super successful because they know something, and they have a secret that's something super important I'm going to share with you. And that's, looks don't build a life together. When you choose a partner or your soulmate just on appearances, or mostly even on appearances, you're missing out on so much. And yes, attraction matters. Don't get me wrong. I would never tell you to date someone you're not attractive to, but there's a difference between initial chemistry and looking at someone and thinking they're handsome and making that be the basis for dating someone versus being with someone who makes you feel comfortable, or someone who makes you laugh, makes you think, someone who challenges you. In my soulmate wishlist blueprint, there's a lot more detail on that and how to get to that point where you're not leading with that person's looks, but you're looking for who they truly are. You are looking for the soulmate who doesn't just make your heart skip a beat, but also makes you feel at peace and supported and makes you feel seen. Take Selena and Zendaya, for example. Selena often gushes about how Benny is her calm in all this chaos, and how fiercely he loves her, and how he's supportive of her. And while Zendaya is a lot more private about her relationship with Tom, just watch. When he's there, he's always cheering her on. and he steps back when he needs to let her shine. He's even very recently said that he is intentional about going forward, not walking the red carpet with her at her premieres or at her events. So the focus stays on her because it's her moment and her day and her success. I mean, come on. That is what it looks like to have someone who is in your corner. That is what it looks like to be fully supported by someone who thinks your success is just as important as theirs. My clients are strong, successful women who want more than someone who is easy on the eyes. They want a soulmate who can hold space for them, who is equally driven. They also want to feel safe and cherished. They want to feel like they're with someone who has their back no matter what. Because your soulmate should be someone who enhances your life, who aligns with your values, who loves you deeply. So, yes, of course, like I said, attraction matters. But real love, that is built on a foundation that goes way, way deeper. And if you're ready to find out what that looks like, I'd love for you to check out my Soulmate Wishlist Blueprint. It'll help you dig into that, because at the end of the day, the right person for you isn't out of your league, and you're not out of their league. They are in a league of their own. So, just some food for thought. I always like to close every episode by thinking of something that you're grateful for, because gratitude is the highest, most powerful vibration of all. So can you think of something that you're grateful for in this moment? As always, I love you for listening, and I'm grateful that you listened to this episode. Imagine waking up every day knowing you're one step closer to the soulmate who truly gets you. The Soulmate Wishlist Blueprint is your first step in making that a reality. This isn't just a list, it's a roadmap to attracting the love you've always known is possible. For 2 days, I walk you through getting to the meat of what really matters in a soulmate and letting go of what's been keeping you apart. If you're ready to step into the love you deserve, the Soulmate Wishlist Blueprint can help you create the clarity and definition you need to call in your soulmate. Are you ready? The link's in the show notes. Download it for free now and begin the powerful shift that brings your soulmate into your life.